when the unknown yellow flowers bloom. The season of her death returns. I could not realize at first what was coming for me. What would happen to me. Their memories fade, but the pain lingers. Necks severed, bodies ripped apart. This nightmare will haunt me for eternity. Heartless beings like yourselves could never know my agony. My torment when she mourned before my eyes. Body torn into pieces. So do not weep. Like the seasons, death will return.
Product not yet rated.
In the eyes of many adventurers, merchants, and even mercenaries, Aru Village is the only safe haven in an otherwise treacherous desert. Though far from prosperous, it provides ample food and water to all who come here in need, as well as a bed for the night. On one condition: do not disturb the peace.
Stay close.
As the sworn protector of Aru Village, Candace is highly adept with her shield and spear. With the aid of her hydrovision, she can fend off the strongest of storms and the fiercest of foes. Life is harsh in the hot and arid desert. Strength and endurance are the key to survival for those who dwell here. When Candace is in the party, the active character benefits from reduced stamina consumption from climbing. Candace's normal attack can combo up to 4 strikes with her polearm, dealing physical damage. Using her charged attack, Candace consumes a certain amount of stamina to lunge forward, dealing physical damage to enemies along the way. Tap Candace's elemental skill to perform a swift shield strike, dealing hydro damage to enemies in front. Hold her elemental skill, and she raises the shield to block attacks from nearby enemies. The shield absorbs damage based on her max HP and offers extra protection against hydro damage. The shield can remain until Candace finishes casting her elemental skill. After holding the skill for a fixed duration, Candace will finish charging her attack. Then, when the skill is released, its duration expires or the shield is broken, she performs a forward leaping strike that deals hydro damage. After unlocking the talent Aegis of Crossed Arrows, if Candace is hit while holding her elemental skill, she instantly finishes charging.
We shall prevail!
When Candace unleashes her elemental burst, she holds her weapon high to summon Divine Assistance, which deals AoE hydro damage based on her max HP, and continuously grants the Prayer of the Crimson Crown state to the active character. In this state, when a character's normal attack deals elemental damage to an enemy, the damage dealt is increased. Switching characters unleashes a Rippling Wave attack, dealing hydro damage to nearby enemies. This can only be triggered a limited number of times during Prayer of the Crimson Crown's duration. Additionally, characters wielding a sword, claymore, or polearm gain a hydro infusion while Prayer of the Crimson Crown is in effect. After unlocking the talent Celestial Dome of Sand, when a character under the effect of Prayer of the Crimson Crown deals elemental damage with a normal attack, damage dealt is increased based on Candace's max HP. Candace is a kind soul who is only too happy to stow her weapon when not needed, but anyone who mistakes her good nature for weakness and fails to respect the customs of Aru Village should prepare to face the consequences. When battle commences, Candace comes to the defense of the party, using her elemental skill to block the enemy's attack and perform a counterattack. When energy is full, she casts her elemental burst to deal AoE hydro damage and boost her teammates' normal attacks with the Prayer of the Crimson Crown status, then joins them in removing the unruly visitors from Aru Village for good. There are many rumors about the village guardian with the one golden eye. They say that the sands are her spies, the storm winds are her servants, the blood of King Deshret flows in her veins, and that even the strongest of foes must yield at her command. People who have lost their guardian deity often display the greatest interest in the gods, but having never seen a god with their own eyes, the far-fetched products of their naive imaginations are poor substitutes for reality. Yet despite being the subject of these fanciful rumors, Candace herself takes a much more sober view of things. A shield is but a tool, a polearm but a weapon, and what matters most is not the divine power a weapon contains, but the determination of the one who wields it.
You know my story. Maybe some small details have changed, but it's a tale that keeps being told. A field trip to a museum held fateful consequences. One bite was all it would take to change me forever. I gained strange new powers. And of course, with strange powers, there must also come strange responsibilities. So I trained both my body and my mind, seeking out tutelage from the sorcerers of Kamertage. I was plagued with dark visions. But finally, I learned the truth. I was just one thread of the web of fate and destiny. The web is not merely a multiverse, but a force, a will, a power that ties together all the souls empowered by it, and it was in danger. In some mysterious corner of the Spider-Verse, those connected to the web were trapped, tested, and made to battle. I have to find the source of this destruction. I have to protect the Spider-Verse. I have to travel to the contest of champions. Most of all, I have to hope that I'm not already too late.
In this month's event quest, Arachnophobia, collect over 200 superheroes and villains. Compete worldwide with alliances and prove your champions reign supreme. Only in Marvel Contest of Champions.
Trying to cover up what's happening here. So what happened to the original colony?
Abandoned, along with the rest of Callisto.
They didn't have a clue what was going on. Things are changing. They're evolving.
These aren't accidents. There's a pattern.
This isn't about escape, Jacob. Not anymore.
What's it about?
Answers!
As you wish. Soon everything will become clear. The truth of Black Island.
Surfing on the lava, Greetings, Herald. Time is short, so I will cut right to the chase. We have a crisis on our hands. Multiple dimensions were blent together in an incomprehensible mess. We call it the Shift. The history of entire worlds was rewritten into a grotesque parody of itself. So you are created to untangle it and put things back to order. To do that, you will have to activate 7 interdimensional peers and get consent from the keeper of each dimension. Both tasks might prove not as straightforward as they sound. Most peers were torn apart, and dimension keepers, well, they are not quite themselves anymore. Expect to be opposed at every step of your way. Remember that those worlds are twisted and we don't know what to expect from its inhabitants. Also, we still don't know who or what is behind the Shift. They might be a great threat to your cause. Though if possible, try to look out for potential alliances and beneficial contacts. By helping locals, you can get their support and invaluable intel that will help you on your mission. Remember, while your initial resources are limited, your potential is endless. There are thousands of different ways for you to tune and increase your powers. Not only your outside, but also your inside is upgradable and customizable. Get yourself a new spleen, heart, or even a brain. Each comes with unique effects that will decide your strengths and weaknesses and influence your gear choices. At the center of each Herald's powers is their core. There are many different types of cores you can find and use. Each of them comes with a unique set of power-ups and, most importantly, slots in which you can embed runes and nodes which will enhance your stats and abilities across the board. Do you want to focus on attack or defense? Want to increase your chances of making especially devastating critical blows? Or want to play it safe, increasing your basic strength? Choose your core and what you embed with wisely, and you will be unstoppable. You are not the only one who has special abilities and unique skills. Your enemies will evolve over time too. They can implement different devious strategies and be resistant or susceptible to various attack types that might be in your arsenal. Be smart, watch their moves, and adapt. Use different consumables like temporary buffs, throwing daggers and grenades if your current build does not play well to your foe's strengths and weaknesses. Okay, we are really running out of time now, so I will sum this all up for you again real quick. Explore each dimension and evaluate the situation. Find 7 cores in each dimension and pacify its keeper whatever the cost. Don't shy away from the help of the locals, and also offer them help if you think that will benefit the mission. Increase your strengths and build your own fighting style by combining the potential of your gear, organs, and core. Be always on guard. Adapt to incoming threats and stay one step ahead using your abilities and any additional tools you might find. And don't forget to regularly report back to Hub about any new intel that might be crucial to the mission. That would be all, Herald. The multiverse is waiting.
You're all here. I brought you here to see the cars I invented. There's one for each of us. Why don't we organize a tournament? all over Cretaceous. We can invite all our friends and start racing here in the savannah.
What an idea! We can call it Cretaceous Grand Prix. Whoever wins is going to be the best racer around here.
My invention is in your hands. Good luck. Ready?
Win a 4-player split-screen race.
There are lots of skills for you to pick up. Use them to get an advantage.
Giganto! Where are you? Don't you want to see the best Cretaceous drivers on the track?
Many in Sumeru make it their life's goal to be a scholar, some for the pursuit of truth and knowledge, but there are also those who have other intentions. After all, if you find a niche research topic and manage to secure academia funding, you're set for life. But if this sounds too good to be true, that's because it usually is. The academia is a millennia-old institution, and those working to ensure its continued longevity have zero tolerance for those trying to exploit it.
Who's our next target?
The favor of the gods enables Cyno to manipulate the electro element and to summon a divine spirit to aid him in the cause of delivering justice. The General Mahamatra gained his formidable reputation not through empty posturing, but by tracking down wayward scholars and bringing them to justice. And because of his tracking prowess, these trips often end up more bountiful than expected. Cyno gains increased rewards when dispatched on a 20-hour expedition within Sumeru. Cyno's normal attack can combo up to 4 strikes with his polearm, dealing physical damage. Using his charged attack, Cyno consumes a certain amount of stamina to lunge forward, dealing physical damage to enemies along the way. Cast Cyno's elemental skill to perform a high-speed dash, dealing electro damage to enemies in his path.
Through me, justice is served!
Cyno's elemental burst summons a divine spirit to possess him. He morphs into the Pact-Sworn Pathclearer, causing damage dealt by his normal, charged, and plunging attacks to be converted to electro damage that cannot be overridden. In this state, Cyno's elemental mastery and resistance to interruption are increased, and he gains immunity to damage dealt by electro-charged reactions. The Pact-Sworn Pathclearer state ends after a set duration, or when Cyno leaves the field. When Cyno is in the Pact-Sworn Pathclearer state, his elemental skill changes, instead unleashing a Mortuary Rite, which deals thunderous AoE electro damage and extends the duration of Pact-Sworn Pathclearer. Once the General Mahamatra has you in his sights, the best option is to admit your guilt. Otherwise, you will find yourself the target of his relentless pursuit. After unlocking the talent Featherfall Judgment, when Cyno is in the Pact-Sworn Pathclearer state, he will intermittently enter the Endseer state. If he casts his elemental skill while in this state, he will activate the Judication effect, increasing the damage of this elemental skill and firing off 3 Duststalker bolts that deal electro damage. After unlocking the talent Authority over the 9 Bows, damage dealt by Cyno's normal attack and Duststalker bolts while in the Pact-Sworn Pathclearer state is increased based on Cyno's elemental mastery. Break the Academia Code at your peril, for as are Cyno's jokes, so too is his judgment, no laughing matter. Cyno starts battle by casting his elemental skill, dealing electro damage to enemies and building up elemental energy. When his energy is full, he unleashes his elemental burst to enter the Pact-Sworn Pathclearer state, then deals electro damage to enemies with normal attacks and his special elemental skill, Mortuary Rite. By strategically using Mortuary Rite, he not only extends the Pact-Sworn Pathclearer state, but also triggers the Judication effect to fire off Duststalker bolts and deliver final judgment upon the guilty. In my travels across Tevat, I've heard people say that curiosity was mankind's original sin. Perhaps everyone has the impulse to explore the deep secrets of the world, but only scholars can truly fulfill such ambitions. Cyno can relate to some degree. Placing the mysteries of the universe before scholars with a burning desire for knowledge would be like placing a dragon-themed deck from Genius Invocation TCG in front of him. Both are irresistible temptations. Perhaps the academia established the Matra not principally to punish wayward scholars, but rather to protect them, because the gravest crimes committed in the name of wisdom may be beyond the Matra's ability to punish.
Valkyrie, heed my words. Ragnarok tears our world asunder. All we hold precious lies on the brink of annihilation.
I pledge my loyalty as your inheritor until the very end.
Glory. I've no interest in that.
I merely wish for the world to continue existing.
So this is one of the 4 gifts.
You are a being of divine power, are you not?
Divine assault! Nibalag Balek!
PlayStation.
Faith alone isn't enough, Kiriko.
I'm stronger than you think.
The Overwatch I joined was about raising the world up.
They can give the people hope again.
Let the Kitsune guide you!
Give me back my knife!
Do something!
With these upgrades, they don't stand a chance.
I could be pushing something right now.
The dragon and I are one.
Some of the old, some of the new.最高司祭様の蘇生ですか。
この計画の発案者は決して私ではありません。
やはりアドミニストレーターは生きておる。この命耐えようとも
は誓いを果たす。
お前らは永遠に俺たち聖木騎士には勝てねえよ。
私は二人を信じるわ。
俺はまだ君を救えていない。
私は取り返しのつかないことを成功したい。お前のために死んでたまるか。
狂い酒リコリス。
Dropsy is that clown that the folks around town would warn you about. They tell you of the monster he became, how he killed his own mother by sparking that circus tent blaze. Dropsy is that clown that the folks around town are wrong about, and he cares for them all anyway. With his signature smile and warm, damp, loving embrace. Dropsy is that clown that has secrets even he doesn't know about. Mysterious mysteries await. With the help of his friends, they'll uncover it all in the end.
A dragon cannot be slain, but it can be defeated, and must be imprisoned. That is why I used all my knowledge and power to create this, the greatest achievement of the Lodge. A place that can stop a dragon. A place that can stop Valdarog. But when I imprisoned it, I understood that I had made a mistake, and that we must find someone to correct it. And slay all who oppose us.
He's going to catch us! Keep running!
Bloody brambles!
This is your tower! It's evil!
You're going too fast for me.
Please, Mother said to try to exhaust him.
Of course, from now on, we need to isolate him.
You want to lock him away?
Do you know what your brother is capable of?
Hugo is condemned.
The last threshold means the death of the carrier.
It's starting all over again.
Not starting. Spreading. Hugo.
Hugo? My brother needs your help, and the rats are already there!
Control your flame, Protector. Others are burned in it.
The island! It's where I must go! It's where I will be fixed, Amicia!
I will do what's good for you. I will. I'm not ready for this.
No one could be ready for this.
Please, Hugo, stop this! This is a constant reminder that I should kill you.
I know where your island is. Keep me alive until we get there.
By the way, this land is under the Count's law. Be nice.
Feel free to enjoy Lacuna. Brighter days are the best time for it.
Fuck it! I don't need you!
What is wrong with me? You'll end up wanting to kill me too.
What happened?
It's the rats.
This world hurts. And it keeps hurting. And you want to hurt it back. But it's a fight you cannot win, Elysium.
They must die!
They are dead!
Who do you think you are to defy me?
I'm Amicia Daroon!
しばらく外国で暮らしていたんだけど戻ってくることになったんだ。実は最近何度か列車でクロスベル市を通り過ぎたんだけど、この度警察に入るにあたり戻ってくることになりました。そうか、3年でそこまで変わったんだ。手紙でいろいろと聞いているし、それにどんなに変わったとしてもクロスベルはクロスベルだから。あっちは2人だけなのになんであそこまで活躍できるんだ？腰抜けの警察。まして君たちみたいな若造はね。
このクロスベルにおいて我々の優位は覆しようがなかろう。
おお、いらしてたんですか。
行くぞタイガーチャージクリムゾンゲーム
天より来たオーラレイン総空間にアクセス。
お互いの得意分野に関してはもう何も言わずに信頼できるしな。力を尽くしてやれることをやって何度でも諦めずに挑戦して、それでもダメならその時はみんなで考えればいい。
In a faraway land, dark mess rises. Our fate rests in the hands of the galaxy's greatest heroes. Who are most definitely up to the task. In whimsical new worlds, they'll meet new allies. From the wild, to the wacky, to the... whoa. Oh yes. And Bowser too. Together, they must liberate these lands gripped by evil. As spark hunters give chase across the stars, and the odds stacked against them, this unlikely team will need each other in order to triumph. But there is a deeper secret, shrouded in darkness, that could consume even the brightest light. The greatest heroes spark into action. United, they are the galaxy's last hope. Mario plus Rabbids, Sparks of Hope. Available October 20th on the Nintendo Switch.